You have stuff people want, like you don't need a following, you don't need anything else, you're going to have success.
Because you're talking about how to run shows, you're talking that you didn't come in with any kind of following, which so many people um, kind of dog whatnot because it's for the big live sellers. It's for the big YouTubers that came over with the following, and it's really not. It can work for anybody.
So for me, I had, because I was listing a lot on eBay, I had some suppliers and I was getting kind of extra inventory basically.
Mm.
And there's just some inventory that isn't the best on eBay, but it does fine live selling. And I'd heard about Whatnot, so I'd seen people doing it. I also really believe there's two buckets of advice, and I try to parse them out when I'm talking to people.
Mm.
There's the advice for the people that like just want to make the money, like want to make this work, want to be a full-time job. And then there's the advice for like people that want it to be, fun and more of a hobby and also make some money on the side. And so like if you're just trying to make money as fast as possible, um, then like you need a being focused is crazy important. So I want to even suggest you do eBay and Whatnot. I think you choose one. And same, I never suggest you cross list. I never suggest you do eBay and Poshmark. I think it's a big mistake because you only got so much time, you only got so much attention, and one platform takes a lot. And if you can focus on one platform, you can get a lot out of it. So if you're at the beginning, then like just choose one or the other and really focus on it, and you'll get a lot more out of either one. And so my eBay is what I focus on. And so I'd heard about Whatnot, bringing it back. I'd heard about Whatnot, and I just, I always shut it off. I shut off most things people say to me, because if I start listening to this and that, then like my main thing will go down. And at the time it was eBay, but I had suppliers. I was getting in inventory, and there's some things like a Lululemon tank top or some Lululemon leggings that aren't the best style, that the category is saturated on eBay. And I ended up having people that could bring me this, and I'm like, okay, well, let me try this Whatnot thing out. And that was basically what I started with. And so I just had extra activewear, Lululemon mainly, and those shows did well right from the beginning, because especially at that time there wasn't as many shows like that. And so I would just run, do those shows, and then I would sort out different other brands and things, and do that. And if you have, so like the with reselling in general, which a lot of people miss this, and it's really just the one key that like it's so simple, but it's missed. If you have stuff people want, like you don't need a following, you don't need anything else, you're going to have success.